Hi, I'm Roxanne, Carne, personal wardrobe stylist for women, and thank you for visiting my channel. I am so happy to share a new brand that I've fallen in love with recently. And as a stylist, I'm always looking out for brands that are new, maybe new onto the scene, such as emerging designers, or perhaps scoping out brands that exist that I don't even really know a lot about myself, because this is what I bring to my clients. If the aesthetic is on point, if the budget is on point, and I wanted to share this new brand, and it's a new brand to me. It is actually an existing brand. I came across it years ago, but didn't really kind of pay a whole lot of attention to it. But on a recent business trip to Atlanta, I was visiting some clients a few weeks back and had the opportunity to go to one of the shopping centers where this brand was located. So without further ado, I'd love to share with you a little bit about Fontaine. So that's the brand I'm talking about today. And Fontaine, she is a luxury Parisian fashion designer, but her background is really interesting. She herself is not a native of France. Instead, she is half Brazilian, and I think on her father's side, just a blend of French and German. So she did not actually move to France until she was about 20 years old. But she always had a love for, of course, fashion and design. And what I really like about her too is that for about 6 months, and I think she was about like 18 or so, she lived in the Amazon on her own and really fell in love with the rainforest and the environment. And even with the work that she does today, she actually has a foundation where a portion of proceeds go toward protecting that environment. So I love brands that have a story. I love designers that have a passion, sometimes a passion that's outside of fashion. But I'm bringing her to you today because the aesthetic, well, first of all, the aesthetic is completely on point with what my aesthetic is. So how would I describe Fontaine's style? So she is definitely more on the classic side of things, with a little bit of flair. When she started designing for women, she actually started designing shirts, as in white shirts. She just felt like a white shirt is something that's so versatile that can be dressed up or down and can really transcend formality. You could be very, very casual, you could be extremely formal and really rock a white shirt in a lot of different environments. But from that, she really got to work with a lot of different textiles as she kind of expanded her line to different garments, including dresses, tops, pants, and so on. And the craftsmanship of her work is just unbelievable. And I am so happy to share her brand because I really don't think a lot of people know about Fontaine, and you really should. So when I went into her boutique in Atlanta, the sales associates there were absolutely fabulous. They had a lot of knowledge about the pieces that were, of course, in the store, but also a lot of the history. And that really is kind of important to me when I'm buying clothes for myself, as well as my clients, and looking at those types of investment pieces where a lot of care and thought goes into the design process and what you can wear day to day. So I'm going to share a few pieces that I got from the boutique with you. And let's start off with what I'm wearing right now. So this top, I have to say, this was the top that brought me into the store. The mannequin was wearing this top, but it was actually a soft ivory instead of black. They come in 2 colors, and I love a bit of drama. I am not gonna lie. I love drama, and the flutter sleeves here just like called my name. So I had to check it out, and it's just a really, really soft kind of taffeta. Very, very lightweight, but it has structure at the same time. So this is something that you're going to wear on kind of a jazzy night out. If you have kind of a semi-formal event with a long, like floating maxi skirt, that would be absolutely gorgeous. But what I have it paired with are a really, really comfortable pair of leggings that was also from Fontaine. These are velvet in the front, and then we've got a stretchy jersey in the back. And I remember when I tried these on, I tried on a pair that were a little bit too small for me, so I had to go a size up. But when I tried it on, it was just so flexible, so soft. I mean, it's like a dream to be in. It doesn't really feel like you have anything on at all, but I just love how rich it looks in terms of the black velvet. And it's so lightweight that you really could wear this during the summer as well for an evening out and not be completely hot. So, so we've got a beautiful top, we've got these beautiful leggings, but then we've got this centerpiece right here. This dragonfly belt, it's all metal, right? So we've got gold metal hardware all throughout, and it is connected with the chain in the back. This is the piece I feel like that brings the outfit together. When you're dressing yourself, you always want to look for one or two accent pieces. You necessarily don't want to go too crazy, but I am all about accenting and creating a waist because that's how we get into kind of even proportion between the top half of the body and the bottom half. But again, it brings your eye to that smallest part of your torso, and it does so in such a graceful and such a really pretty way. So when I saw this belt, I absolutely had to have it. So I also have a silver belt that kind of got lost in my house since we got back from the business trip. So there's a thinner one that I have that I don't remember if that one has a dragonfly on it or not, but it's really pretty. So if you're looking for a really pretty piece to kind of pull an outfit together or be the centerpiece, definitely check out the belts from Fontaine. So that's what I'm wearing so far here. Let me show you some of the other pieces that I got too. So I did mention that Fontaine, her brand, was started and rooted on white shirts. So of course she's gonna have some classic white shirts. So I got this really soft cotton tee, and I really love just the subtlety of the black trim on the collar, on the sleeves, and here we have like a little faux bow on the sleeves as well, which I think is just a very pretty accent. And again, it's soft cotton all around. It's tapered in gently, so it really provides that fitted look, but it is not tight at all. When I started styling, I often had a uniform when I would visit clients, and that would be a white classic button-up shirt with a black pair of jeans or structured leggings, because, you know, as a stylist, I'm up and down, I'm on the floor, I'm taking measurements, you know, pinning for hems, all that type of thing. So I need clothes that are gonna be functional. But I've been starting to wear this lately to some of my client appointments because it's so comfortable. But here's what I really love about this top. So Fontaine has this beautiful little, it's almost like a tie accent that you clip on. So when you look at it closely, it looks like a clip-on earring, and the function is just the same. So what you do, I've got one side already clipped on here, you just take it and you just clip it on to your collar. So you can wear this with any shirt. You can wear it with a button-up, a white button-up, you can wear it with a black button-up, you can wear it with a red button-up, and then you would have this little really kind of cool chain design. I feel this look coupled with a dark pant or legging like what I have on right now, this is extremely Parisian looking, especially if you pair it with a pair of like pointy-toed flats, or if you do a classic pump. I just think it's so cute, but I was immediately sold when the sales associate brought this out for me to check out, and I have definitely been wearing it with this shirt and plan to wear it with others. So that was a fun accent. I had not really ever seen anything like this before that wasn't actually attached to the top. So that's this fun top that I got. And here's another beautiful piece that I got as well. Now this one is really interesting for me because I'm not someone that wears a lot of lace. It has to be the right type of lace, it has to be the right design element, and I really don't have that many pieces in my wardrobe. I think I have a total of 3, including this. But I immediately fell in love with the caramel color of the flowers in the lace. And this lace top also comes with a waistband. So you can create the waist again, right? Adding that structure, because we've got some structure here in the sleeve. Creating that waist, and you can see in the top itself, it also is tapered in and then flounces out over your high hip. So we've got that shape built in. Because it's so sheer, you definitely do need to wear a cami underneath it. But boy, when it is on, it looks absolutely amazing. And what I actually did with this top was I actually paired it with another belt. This is another belt option from Fontaine, and it's basically a ribbon. Here we have kind of a little bit of bejeweled hardware right here. And I wore this right in the center and tied it around the back. And this really set the outfit off. I thought it was absolutely exquisite. When I wore it that day, I had so many compliments. I wore it with the client that I had brunch with. It was a new client that was onboarding in Atlanta as well. And when she saw me, she was just like, oh my gosh, Roxanne, what is that? Where did you get it? So I just think that this was super, super pretty. And again, these soft touches are really what I like about the Fontaine brand. All right, so I want to also show you this beautiful jacket that I got. This was one of the last pieces that I looked at when I was in the boutique. And this is really like a tuxedo style jacket. We have a lot of things going on. It's simple, but we have a lot of really cool design elements. When we look at the back, we see that the back is cinched in at the waist, and then we have this kind of flat pleat that accents just over the bum area, right? Adding that bit of flounce. And then we've got a velvet trim right here, and then a velvet trim on the collar as well. And in the front, what you have, it's almost like a faux vest underneath, but we have a faux vest look right here, almost like a dickie with velvet, but it's all one piece. And it does have pockets, which is really nice and functional. But when you put it on, it is just like body. I mean, it hits you in all the right places. And when I put it on, I was like, this is coming home with me today, and it totally did. And I actually had it with this same velvet legging, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. So I'll share some pictures of what this looks like on me, but it feels absolutely amazing. And here, you also have a nice detail where the sleeve, you can unzip partway and have a little bit more of exposure of your arm, which I think is a really nice design element and adds to that flow. And it flows really nicely with the bottom half of the jacket. So this is an exquisite piece. I absolutely cannot wait to wear this for the fall season this year, because when I got it, it was late April, early May, and a little bit too warm for the summer season, but this is something that I will definitely be wearing in the fall and winter seasons ahead. So that, another fantastic piece for Fontaine. One thing that I'll say about the tailoring, coming back to the craftsmanship, is that everything is done so neatly, so precisely. And ladies, this is exactly what you want, because fit is everything when it comes to clothing. We need to wear clothes that fit us well, and too many of us are wearing clothes that do not fit well or just don't fit at all. One last piece I'm going to share with you that I thought was pretty cool as well from Fontaine was this neck piece. So this, I'm going to put it against the white so you can actually see a little bit better what it looks like. But this is just kind of an accent piece that's really, really fun. And you can put this on any, I'm trying to get it underneath here. Here we go. You can put this on any white shirt. If you want to add a pop of a little bit of bling and put a black jacket on top, you could wear this on its own without anything underneath. Put a black jacket on or wear maybe something strapless. This is so much fun to wear. I still have the tags on it because I have not worn it as of yet, but it is something that I definitely plan on wearing this summer and putting it up here and probably going with something strapless, just so that all eyes would be on this. Super lightweight. We've got really, really beautiful, like small detail sequins going across the netted kind of fingers here. And it's just really beautifully made, very delicate, but also very, very striking. If you wear a piece like this is a piece where you definitely would wear your hair back, so you could just see the beauty of this, this kind of like faux collar. So those are the pieces that I wanted to share with you from my new love of my life, Anne Fontaine. She has many boutiques in California. I know there's one or two in New York. There are a couple in Florida, I believe. There are none here in Dallas, unfortunately, but there is the one in Atlanta and of course in Paris. So definitely check out Anne Fontaine and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about the pieces that I shared with you, or if you go to her website and check out what she's got right now for the spring summer collection. She's got some beautiful pieces. I'd love to know what you think about those too. And if this video was helpful for you, and if you enjoy this content and want more, please do like, share, and subscribe. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.